What's up, adventurers? We're back again. More Uncharted, and here we go.
Yeah.
So last episode we were talking about. I was talking about some airsoft stories. I'm gonna have to tell is my favorite story of all time. You can never replicate what I saw. I was in the middle of a scenario battle, and I was on the ground crying, laughing so hard. Like, everybody was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. So, where we used to play airsoft, it was up on top of a hill, and there was a little, like, I guess, like, a clearing of sorts, like, down below where they would have, like, a paintball field. There's, like, a paintball field off to the other side of the place, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. So
Establishment.
I guess.
The establishment.
But so what
That'd
we
be
would
fancy.
What we would do is we did a D-Day reenactment fight.
Oh, cool.
Oh, boy.
That's cool.
So top team was the Germans and the bottom team was the Americans, and you had to storm the hill. The defenders had 2 fallback positions after the attackers could take the hill. I think it was after like 20 minutes. If the attackers didn't take the hill, then the defenders won. But I'd go with my friends, and my friend's brother had gotten a saw for Christmas. So he'd brought out his saw.
Man.
He had a saw, yeah. M249 saw with a 3,000 round drum magazine.
Wow.
Now, there was this guy who came to play, and he was legit. He had, I think he said he spent like $5,000 on airsoft stuff.
Damn, that's
He
what a
had
budget.
a modified M249 Para, so it was the one with the collapsible stock. But he also had the 3,000 round drum magazine.
Hey.
Oh, stats.
Oh no. That's all right.
So,
Didn't
I wasn't watching. I don't know what happened.
so there.
I know that
He
part.
jumped off. He literally stood up on the window and then decided to jump right off it.
pulled an AC, but continue.
So the guy's name was Tyler, and he was known as Tyler, the crazy fucking Asian.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yep. And so Tyler, the crazy fucking Asian, lived up to his name quite well. So we were playing the D-Day scenario, and my friend's little brother is on top of the hill, which makes sense because he's got a saw. It's a well defendable position. Everybody else with like the assault rifles and the SMGs, everyone else would just go and be the attackers. So all you see is this little 185-pound Asian man take 2 smoke grenades, chuck them down the side of the mountain. Then, as we're charging up, come out of the clearing, stand up, and say, "Come get me, motherfuckers," with 2 saws in his hands, running back and forth, screaming bloody murder. I have never literally laughed so hard in my entire life. You see, ah! Ah! Everybody was just like, yo, fuck this. I'm not going up that fucking hill. Like, nobody wanted to go mess with him because he's running around with 2 saws just spraying and praying, and it was like, oh my, just like, what the fuck?
He was the Asian Rambo.
This motherfucker crazy.
That's cool.
But
That's
yeah, no, it
definitely
was
cool.
just like, he's just running up the hill, and he's screaming, throwing grenades, then shooting, and I was just like, I can't even.
That's scary. That is a scary Asian man.
It's a scary Asian man. No Asian man should ever have 2 fully automatic saws equipped.
I don't think any human being in general should like. If
ever.
I saw a human with like 2 LMGs on a like
Each
in
arm.
his hands and he was just going nuts, I'd be like, we're not doing that. We're not dealing with that today. Oh, this puzzle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
This one at first I thought it was gonna be hard, but then I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad.
No, it's not.
The only one that was a little tricky for me was the very last
top
one.
one,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay, I get it. I gets it. It reminds me of the very first puzzle in Prince of Persia at the Sands of Time.
I still fucking don't remember what that puzzle
Look that up
was.
on your phone with
I
just
have
mute
to.
volume so
I-
you don't know what, so that, no one has to be annoyed by the sound.
By the way, here you go. First set photo of old man Logan, quote unquote old man Logan.
Oh, look at this guy. He's gritty as hell.
He's got grays.
Oh, man, look at that. Look how gritty.
He's he's
Oh.
old as shit.
He's getting there, man.
He's what? How old is he?
He's getting there.
50 something, right?
Oh, yeah. And he still looks the way he does. His muscles still flex the way they used to. My goodness.
That's what you get when you got a trainer.
Yeah, when you're rich enough to have a trainer like that, man, ooh.
A specified diet.
Specified diet of nothing but protein.
I feel like I should take you guys to play airsoft.
I feel like I have a job now. I should fucking buy a fucking airsoft gun.
Here's the thing, though. You need. Well, I need to go. If you're gonna buy an airsoft gun, I need to be there with you.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to buy crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have like specific stores devoted to like
There's
airsoft.
online. There's the big online airsoft retailers from California.
I like the ones that always look like other like real guns. I don't like
That's
it when
what
they
I
have
have.
like those.
Yeah, that's why I've always bought like M4s because they're just easy, and you can put a lot of crap on them.
I would get two. If I were to get back into it, I would get like 2 dual Glocks automatics.
Yeah,
and
those are
then-
expensive.
And
I
don't
didn't
care.
know they actually no. I don't know if they make G18s anymore.
Well,
They used to. There was a company that made one, and it was okay. Oh no, well, who was it? It was Tokyo Marui. Tokyo Marui made a G18, and you could get a what is it? A 55 round extended mag. It was probably about 3/4 the size of my arm.
damn. Well, this is just fantasy.
I mean, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
If I would definitely get the Glock. I would get an MP5 for a sidearm, have that strapped around my back, and then I would have as my primary, I would have a M4 carbine.
That's very wishful thinking. That's a lot of shit to carry.
Yeah, I know.
FYI.
Well, like I said, fantasy.
I mean, you could have the best way to do it. For me, what worked is I had my M4 and I had my side holstered either 1911 or my Glock. I always swapped them out, and just to have one of those. Like if for you, have your M4, but have like either 1911, your Glock, your Sig Sauer, or even a revolver. My friend's little brother, Colin, Rue's brother.
Yes.
Yeah, he had the Raging Bull. He sniped 5 people in a row with that thing from like 40 feet. He just took it
Damn.
out.
Damn.
And
Those things hurt. The revolvers.
Yeah. They make. There's one called the Raging Bull Super Magnum,
Damn.
which is a little snub nose. It holds 2 CO2 cartridges, so it shoots harder. And it hit.
Yeah, and you always wear a mask. Always wear a mask.
Oh yeah,
when you're
I
playing
had my specialty paint. I wore a paintball. Oh no, I traded in my paintball mask for goggles and a steel face mask,
Yeah.
which I actually prefer more.
I tell people always wear a mask because I would just wear glasses like the proper protective that
glasses?
don't break.
Well, that's
But
yeah.
I didn't wear a mask, and one day I got shot in the front tooth, and my entire tooth just came off. I was like, well, there's that. I need to get part of my front tooth is fake. They had to give me a fake filling because I didn't notice that a shot was coming towards me, and my mouth must have been open. I'm lucky I didn't get the thing down my throat, but it just hit my tooth and went. Ugh. And then I started talking, and I saw white chunks fall out of my mouth. I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
We actually playing one day with a guy who got 2 of his teeth knocked out
Yeah, it's not
at
fun.
once.
Not
Got
fun.
shot in the face, got both his teeth knocked out. We were like, what the fuck?
The weird thing is, it didn't hurt. It wasn't like something I was like, "Oh shit, that hurt." Because I didn't even realize. I was like, "Oh, I felt something hit my mouth," and then I saw the teeth fall.
My cousin Brian, the ski instructor I talked about in the last episode,
Yeah,
got his eye shot out.
did he?
Oh.
He's got a fake eye.
Really?
Oh, I can't
Mhm.
imagine getting shot in the eye with an airsoft or a paintball gun.
He tells this story. It's funny. He got pulled over once by a cop, and he told the cop that he's got a fake eye.
What was it like? Listily to the
He
left or
told-
something?
No. I think it's kind of constantly looking straight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's not like Mad Eye Moody where
No,
it's
no,
looking
it's not.
everywhere.
But the cop pulled him over and he's giving him a sobriety test. So they do the follow
Yeah.
the light.
And his eyes just forward.
And he told the cop that he had a fake eye.
It's like I can't move it.
And the cop was being an asshole, I guess, and made him do it anyway. So the light was over here. You can say it, and it goes across. And he said, "Oh, it's gone. Oh, there it is."
Oh, there it is.
Oh man.
We were up at Cooperstown for a baseball tournament, and we went to this little paintball place down the road, and one of the kids on our team, I'd known him since we were really, really young. This is the same kid. This is same time with the kid who had the modified paintball gun, the modified Angel Custom.
Okay.
We were all together, and this dumbass decides, oh, let me take my mask off in the middle of a fight to try and clean my mask. So what happens?
It hits him in the eye.
Hits him literally half a centimeter below his eye, and it explodes, and he's got paintball like shatter just in his eye, and it's just
Like you don't do shit like that.
no, you never do shit like that.
But yeah, that's horrible. Like if you're playing anything airsoft or paintball related, word to the wise for all the children out there that like this stuff.
Wear
Don't
protection.
take off. Don't take off your eye protection.
I spent so much on just like protection. Like my mask is like $20. My goggles are like airsoft shatter resistant, like $50 goggles. You know.
Yeah, it's like you spend the money to get good protection because you need
And
it.
gloves.
Yes.
Like always wear, especially hard knuckle gloves.
Yes.
Hard knuckle gloves will save you. I've been shot in the hand. I can't tell you how many times. And hard knuckle gloves are like my favorite thing.
Yeah. Because like it's like when you see those people on motorcycles that like they say, nah, I don't want to wear a helmet. Like you look at those people and they're not wearing a helmet. They're going like 60, 70 miles per hour down the highway on a motorcycle, and you're just like, dude, you could literally crash and then your head is just that's it. There is no living from that. You're just fucked.
I completely agree.
Like, I understand maybe you don't want to look like a dweeb or something, but would you rather look like a dweeb or be dead? Yeah! We're back at this part.
It's the
From the
prologue.
beginning. Everything that has a beginning has an end, Neo.
And we were getting, and we're getting very close to that end.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean we're more than halfway at this point.
Yeah,
which
we're
is
about,
nice.
I'd say about, what, 60%, 65?
Well, no, this is the beginning, chapter 13. There's 22 chapters, so I don't know. What would that be percentage-wise?
Roughly 65.
Yeah.
60,
Mike.
65%.
Look at how good the graphics are, man. Just like, you gotta admire this. But you could tell that very first E3 reveal trailer, the one where it was just him waking up like in the woods
on
in
the
forest.
beach with the fly
Yeah,
on
you could
his
tell
face.
that obviously they downgraded from that.
No, they always do.
But man, I remember I was like, if the game looked like that would be nuts. But this is still quite beautiful, and the fact that throughout this entire process we haven't had any severe frame rate drop is amazing.
No, I really didn't have any until the end of the game.
I didn't even. I mean, maybe I just didn't notice, but I didn't even had any frame rate issues towards the end of it. Every firefight, every explosion, it worked. It worked really good. Look at the rain effects. I'm so wet. Look at that. Look at it.
Is there any treasure on this beach? Anywhere?
I have no idea.
Because I actually kind of searched at the beginning of this mission because I didn't know where I was supposed to be going. I didn't find anything.
no
I
idea,
don't
and I
think
don't
there
really
is.
care.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Yeah, no, because this chapter is just kind of supposed to show that, oh, Nate's actually in a really bad way
Nate's
right
really
now.
fucked right now.
And he actually can't even do anything he usually can.
But his healing factor will kick in later.
Yeah, after he gets knocked
His
out.
his Wolverine factor will kick in after he gets knocked out and be like, oh, all right, I'm back to being, the bullet sponge that I normally am and the magnet hands. I'm good.
Mag feet.
Yep, mag feet. So, oh look, all the cliffhangers you could ever imagine. Yep. You thought there was gonna be stuff in there, Nate? No.
You fool. You naive fool.
This gave me a lot of Uncharted 1 feels when I got here. I was like, oh yeah, deserted island, very green and beautiful. Yep, I feel like I'm in Uncharted 1 again. Minus the cool white t-shirt he wore in that game.
What was your favorite Uncharted environment?
Environment?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Out of all the environments
That you've seen, because I know you've never played Golden Abyss.
I never played no. I would have to say the environment-wise, I like the first one best because you're on a deserted island, then you went to like a U-boat, then you went underground to see all these tombs of all these German Nazis and stuff like that. It was cool. I liked it. Not my favorite game out of the bunch. My favorite will always be 2, but favorite environment, definitely the first one. It was so colorful and vibrant.
Yeah.
It wasn't depressing. That's another thing a lot of games are missing. Sometimes everybody wants to be all dark and gritty.
Everybody's missing color.
Yeah, it's like I understand dark and gritty, but you could be dark and gritty and serious while having a world that has light. like Overwatch. I like the fact that when I play over, did you just
Squeeze me? You saw that too, right? He just literally teleported. He did a hand teleport over.
I guess some of his powers are intact. He can still do. I like that view. Like right there, that looks like fucking Jaws coming out of the ground.
Gigantic.
Speaking of Jaws, you know what shark movie I actually want to see that looked interesting? The one that we saw the trailer for, where the girl.
Sharknado 3?
No, not yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Shallows. The
Shallows looks really good, actually. It's a really interesting concept where, like, imagine being stuck on like a little little rock
buoy.
that she is. She has two things that she's stuck on. She's first stuck on
the
that
rock,
little rock,
yeah.
and then she grows the balls to go
Just-
all the way to a little buoy, and then you just have to deal with a giant shark in the middle just waiting to eat you. I'm just like, that looks absolutely
tell you something.
terrifying.
Let me tell you something. There's a movie that's kind of similar to that. It's based on a true story. It's called Open Water.
Yup. I
It's
knew. I was about to
is-
mention
Oh,
that.
I know
It
it.
is the most boring fucking movie in the
ever.
history of the planet.
It is the most
I
boring
went.
piece of shit
My
ever.
fucking Ryan wanted to say it for some reason. I don't know why. So we went and saw it in the theater.
It's so
I was
boring.
halfway through the movie. I was like, "Are they gonna fucking die? Please die so I can leave."
What
Like
is-
that's how horrible it
Who
was.
was in it?
So boring.
No, it wasn't like anybody famous.
It was just.
Oh.
It was okay. If you watch the trailers for the movie, it makes it seem like a lot better than what you go and see.
Mm-hmm.
It literally is just like, are they gonna die yet? Are they gonna die yet?
It's
Mhm.
Are
literally
they gonna die yet?
the premise of the movie is
They're stuck
these-
in the middle of the ocean, I'm
this
guessing.
couple goes on a vacation. They go scuba diving with a boat. So
Mhm.
a group of people going scuba diving. Two people, I can't remember exactly why they can't dive for some reason. So the couple takes their place, but the people that don't dive, their name is checked off on the list as if they dove, and then the couple's name is also checked off as if they dove. So the people on the boat think that they're back on the boat, and the boat leaves, and they're stuck in the middle of the ocean. And it's about an hour and a half of just them like screaming and saying like what the fuck, and it's so boring.
It's so boring.
I wanted to
so
kill somebody.
boring. Like
That
it's
sucks.
just-
That is an
it's-
interesting concept.
literally, it's just like, why was this even made?
Mhm.
It's like there is only, in all honesty, there is only so much you could do when like people are just stuck in the middle of the ocean.
And then they made a second one.
Oh my
What?
God, they did. That's
They
right.
made a
Please tell me
second
that,
open water based on a different story. I don't know if the second
Yeah.
one was based on a true story or not.
Was that one just a sci-fi special? I hope
No,
it was.
it actually had to do with like them being stuck in the ocean on a boat.
Oh,
Like,
boy. But no, Shallows looks interesting because it looks. I hope that they like what they showed in the trailer was not the only action scenes, but just like you're talking to a guy who loves the Jaws movies, except for like the
Except for
ones
4 and
after,
3.
except for the ones after the second one. 3 and 4 were awful, but I like those movies. I love seeing shark movies. I even like the movie Deep Blue Sea. I don't know if anyone's seen that with LL
Deep
Cool
Blue?
G.
Isn't that Deep
It's just
Blue?
Deep Blue, I think. it's
Yeah,
called.
Deep Blue.
Oh,
I've seen Deep Blue. It's pretty good.
I've never
I
seen
like
it.
that movie. It's about sharks that become super sharks because they increase their intelligence and they have to survive and find a way to get out of here. It's the one where Samuel Jackson
that the
gives
one
a
at the end where
speech
they
and he
blow it up?
dies. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
They blow the sharks up at the end.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's the one with that other really corny scene where LL Cool J literally stabs a shark in the eye with a cross.
That's right.
Because he's like he gets pulled under the water, bitten, and then he sits there with the power of Jesus. He stabs stabs it in the eye with a crucifix, and I'm just like, right,
Uh-huh.
right.
Okay.
I'm just
We'll
like,
just roll with
Go back
this.
to rapping, LL.
no, he's a. I have nothing against.
No,
his
no, I know. He is good.
He's a good actor. I just saw that and I was like, hey man, whatever. It was still interesting because one, I think it had the guy who played Raiden in the very first Mortal Kombat movie. He played like the guy who understood sharks. He was like the shark whisperer, and he was cool. It was a cool, interesting movie. But The Shallows just looks terrifying. Like that is my worst fear. Like that's why I don't really go to beaches all too much.
If it's done right, it very well may be. But if it's anything like fucking open water,
That might be the first movie that other than Jason Bourne, might be the first movie that I go to see that is not either superhero related or nerd related.
Oh
in
shit!
any
It
way.
is called Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, is it? Isn't there another movie?
There is
called,
a movie
called
called Deep Blue. Yes, but
Alright.
Because like I really hope that's a good movie because I've been dying to see it. They haven't done a good shark movie in forever because thank you Sharknado.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Now, have you,
And
do you know
4.
that? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
God.
4.
Their slogans are horrible.
Well, that's because they're playing off it being stupid.
Yeah, that's how they make their
They
money.
know it's stupid.
They know it's stupid at this point.
That's why they're doing it because they know it's stupid.
But I guess let this cutscene play first, and then there you go.
We are at our mark.
Are we?
Yeah,
are.
that was a good place to leave it at too. A nice view, just to
Oh
admire
my
the
God,
graphics.
no,
Give the nice audience a pan here of the
Thomas
graphics.
Jane was in Deep Blue Sea.
Yes,
Oh my God.
there you go.
Michael.
Alrighty, guys. I hope you enjoyed our little couple stories we had this episode.
Mhm.
Hopefully, we'll bring some more back next time.
Yep.
And don't go swimming in the water because you might get attacked by a shark. So we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
I'm a shark coming to eat your face.